Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode in Decoding Yoga. Today, I'm very excited, very happy because we are shooting these episodes from India. And so that's why maybe you see the video a little bit different if you are watching this in YouTube. And maybe the sound also sounds a little bit different than the previous episodes. Anyway, I'm very happy and very grateful because today I have with me a very special person in my life. We work together, we have studied together, we have practiced together, and she's my dear friend Prianca Sharma. Hi, Priyanka, how are you?
Very good. You forgot we've also cried together.
And laugh
Yeah,
together.
shared some lot of beautiful times and memories. And I'm very happy and so happy to be here, part of this, something so exciting and new for you.
Yes, very happy to be sharing now and another space to share our knowledge. Priyanka works in Sampoorna Yoga as one of our main lead teachers in the 200-hour yoga teacher training course that we teach here in India. So she has been with us for about 3, 4 years now. Also, if you have been practicing in our online courses, you see her with me and with Deepak modeling a few classes as well. So your face is also out there, Priyanka. So very happy now to have you in this episode. Great. So I invited today, I invited Priyanka today because there's a topic that I really would like to, and actually we're going to spend a few episodes talking about postures. Because this program, this show, my idea, my intention of having this program is to um, kind of like decode, that's what the name is, decoding yoga, like discover, like explore what is behind all these ideas, misconceptions, things that people repeat around yoga that are not necessarily, I wouldn't say true, but they're not necessarily precise or accurate. And one of them is when it comes to postures. Because what I have realized after all these years of teaching in teacher training courses, and majority of our students are from the West. They're not from India. They come with this idea that yoga is about postures. When I go back home, people ask me to teach a yoga class. When people refer, I'm practicing yoga, I do yoga every day. All the time, immediately what people think is about complex, complicated postures on the mat. And now also with this Instagram revolution, people put in all these complicated figures with the body, and we have created this cult about around asanas, right? There are about 8,000 postures out there, and it has created a lot of insecurities, a lot of misconceptions about what yoga really is. And today, Priyanka is going to be sharing with us that asana is actually part of this yoga system, the yoga philosophy that we have been talking in previous episodes. But what part of this method, what part of this system, and how important is it? Is it that important that we have created this cult? So Priyanka, if you can guide us into what asana is from the yoga philosophy perspective. And then we will try to find where we actually turned this upside down and made it a bit different, actually. So, what is
It's
asana?
it's really, really basically interesting that asana is considered the postures of yoga that we do now in the Western and Eastern world. Whereas back in the day, asana was also sitting on the floor. Asana was how you will eat your food. Asana is how you will sit at a ceremony. We have in India lots of ceremony. Anyhow, any position of a physical body is considered an asana, and that is yoga on the mat or off the mat. To make it a little bit more, I would like to share a story which for
Hmm.
me really emphasizes and it actually encapsulates the whole journey of yoga for me. So, according to the Hindu philosophy, way back in time, Brahma who is considered the creator of this universe, were all alone. Nothing really existed. But Brahma was really, really bored. Hence, he created a very beautiful goddess called Maya, just for the purpose of entertainment and having fun. After creating Maya, he told Maya the purpose of her existence, and Maya was like, "Sure, we will play a game. You have to do what I tell you to do, and I will set the rules." Brahma was like, "Sure." Following Maya's instructions, Brahma created the mountains, the beautiful ocean, this beautiful world, the animals, everything around. Maya looked around and said, "Wow, how beautiful is this creation? I want you to create a being who can admire and appreciate this creation of yours." Hence, Brahma created us human beings. Brahma started getting very, very restless that when is this game going to begin? Maya was like, "Now it will begin." She took a huge sword and cut him into pieces and threw it into every living being living on this earth. And Maya said, "This is the game. I'm going to make you forget who you are, and you have to come back and find yourself." And ever since then, this dream, this illusion, this world, and everything that this world consists of is the Maya, which is actually making us forget who we are. So when we come to the yoga, asana is just another way of coming back and reminding yourself who you really are. The main purpose is just to purify your body and reach a deeper layer of your mind and your spirit and try to remember who you are through that particular shape of what you can call asana. It need not always be rolled like a pretzel. You could be just sitting still and watching a
Mhm.
sunset, and that itself is a very important asana. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, we also live in a very distracting world now, where our focus and concentration, it doesn't last long. Hence, we need something really intense and something which really, really almost like corners us in a room where we are given no choice. We are given no choice in a headstand to be thinking about what am I going to eat for dinner and where am I going to go shopping and what happened at the last traffic jam with me. So the whole purpose of asana is to create one step leading into another where you reach a place where you almost reach a sense of forgetfulness that this body even exists. And this is what I'm sure we all experience during Shavasana. That place of
Mhm.
I am everything, but I'm nothing. That place of nothingness, I'm so powerful, but I am absolutely so powerful at the same time. Everything around me is me, and I am into everything. And this is where the yoga really, really begins. So this whole obsession with the downward dog and the handstand and pincha, and don't take me wrong, I'm equally a part of the game. I'm also participating in this leela, in this game. But this is just to come to a space where I can actually forget that this body even exists. I will tell you from my personal experience. My Ashtanga teacher, hold him at a very high regard. He's like my mentor. And when I started my Ashtanga journey, and Ashtanga is so much focused on asana, and I couldn't do all these difficult poses. And when I slowly started graduating into it, I called him and I was like, wow, now finally I can do Bhuja Pirasana and Kurmasana. I was so excited. And he was like, I don't care. Are you sitting every day by yourself? Are you breathing properly? Are you sleeping well? Are you eating properly? I want to know about those things. Don't tell me how many long breaths you hold headstand for. That even a monkey can do. Do you want to be a monkey? And I really, really love that because it's almost like you are in Ashtanga yoga in particular. You're fooling the mind. You're trying to control the mind with the help of your body, but the body is just a tool. That's like almost like fooling the mind. You're actually reaching the deeper state of your mind and your breath and your spirit through telling the body, okay, you know what, let's do a headstand and no, don't worry, let's hold the stomach in, let's keep our feet tight, let's really keep our arms strong. So mind gets something to focus on instead of all the 10 million things that we are so obsessed about during the day. And when it reaches a state when the mindset starts thinking about, oh, this is what I have to do with my hands, this is what I have to do with my shoulder, this is what I have to do with my hips. Slowly, slowly, you start taking away that charge from the mind and you start bringing it back to your breath. Okay, you know what? Now let's gonna breathe slowly. Let's inhale a little bit more. Let's exhale a little bit more. Before you realize the chatter is on mute. And it's just a really, for me, I really love Ashtanga for this particular reason that on the surface, it looks so much all about the pose, all about the primary series, secondary series. It's always about getting a little bit forward. But the more understanding of Ashtanga yoga one has, the more one realizes that it's nothing about the poses. It's actually nothing about the poses. But unfortunately, I cannot have that realization until and unless I've reached a place where I don't get distracted by this body because this body is also full of so much energy and emotions, and it's a vessel of so many things. So to purify those nadis or the energy channels and everything, so the flow of this breath is so equanimous that I can actually put everything on mute and actually start listening to the sound of my own inner self and reach a place where my body doesn't really even matter anymore. That's why I really like Ashtanga because it's almost like fooling your ego every single day on the mat and realizing that it's actually nothing
Hmm.
about what I started the practice with. Because every time I step on, I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna nail this pose today. I'm gonna do Marichyasana D for extra breath. By the time I'm towards the end, I don't even remember anything else. And it's just a lovely, lovely game almost in a way.
Yeah, but I think that that can be applied to any style of yoga because Priyanka is referring to the Ashtanga Vinyasa style of yoga. The Ashtanga yoga is actually the philosophy, the method with the 8 limbs, where asana is only the third limb of all these system of 8 branches, 8 things that we hopefully should practice every day. Now, because I know that actually this is how and I fell in love with yoga, with the asana practice. I started also with the asana practice where majority of us start, right? I didn't know anything about the philosophy because also my mind was always in the future. I was always thinking, I was always worrying, planning and doing all these things. And I remember it was in a vinyasa class for you happening in Ashtanga, for me happening in a vinyasa class. I was in this flow, moving in and out of postures. And I remember I was holding one of the postures and for the first time, I realized that my mind was quiet because the monkey mind, as you said, had something else to focus on, right? The breath and the muscles and the holding and the flow and the alignment. So I didn't think anything else. So I fell in love because for the first time in my life, I was present. So my mind was using my body as a vehicle to get quiet so I can actually be with me. So I here, and I would like to maybe finish this episode here that there's nothing wrong with the postures. We all love the postures. We all, as you said, we all are part of this game. But when the posture becomes the goal, we are really missing the real point. We're really missing what is it. The body is using, or the mind, the soul is using the body as a vehicle, and the body is using a posture as a way to get deeper. The problem is when we have created this cult, when the ultimate goal is to look like a pretzel. And this is when we start seeing people getting injured, people getting very um, a lot of issues that I'm not good enough, I'm not that flexible, I'm not that skinny, I'm not that, and I'm not that. And instead of using that for good, we are actually hurting bodies, emotions, self-esteem, and we're secluding a lot of people and leaving a lot of people outside. So Priyanka, thank you so much for sharing your story with how how for you asana, the postures have become that instrument to get deeper into your body and your mind. I don't know if you would like to say something just to end this. I'm going to continue. We're going to continue talking about postures and all these wrong ideas that we have about that. But if you would like to say something before
Yeah,
we
I
go
would
for
just
today.
like to put it all in a nutshell with this quote from someone. I don't really remember at the moment, but it's like says, yoga is journey of yourself, to yourself, through yourself. So it's a journey of reaching your spirit through your body, deeper into your mind. So that's, I think, just encapsulates the whole process of yoga so beautifully. And thank you for inviting me, and it was really fun to chit chat with you.
Thank you so much. That was the most beautiful way to finish this episode. Thank you, Priyanka, so much for sharing with me. I hope to have you back here in another episode. And for all of you, I will continue talking about postures and decoding these misconceptions about the yoga postures, because yoga is not what we do on the mat, is what we do off the mat. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for listening. See you here next week. Bye bye.
Hi, and thank you so much for watching this video. After so many years of teaching in yoga teacher training courses, I realized that a lot of people don't understand exactly what yoga is, or they have a lot of misconceptions and doubts. And that's why I created the podcast Decoding Yoga. Every week, I share a new episode with you where I talk about cues, about postures, about yoga as a lifestyle, about these myths, these doubts, these ideas that we have been repeating in yoga classes, and we don't even know what they mean. We don't understand what those cues mean, and we keep repeating them. So we have repeated so many times that we believe they're true. So I hope you can join me in the next episode. You can watch the video here, or you can look for the show in any of the audio platforms available. And if you have a question, a doubt, you have heard a myth about yoga and you want some clarification, let me know below this video and I will be happy to create a program to reply to you. Thank you.